guys, I'm Ember Shadow, and today I'm going to be doing, it's not really a vlog, it's more of a kind of storytelling thingy, where basically I'm going to be sharing with you some of the funny, embarrassing, awkward things that have happened in my life. They're all true. Some of them are kind of embarrassing, so please don't judge me. So yeah. The first one was about 2 years ago. I was sleeping over at my friend's house, and then the door was a bit dodgy in the bathroom, and then when you went in the bathroom, you kind of went in, the toilet was right to the left, so right behind the door. And anyway, so I went to the toilet, and then as I was in the middle of, the door fell on me, which was, I mean, nobody saw, but it was still fucking awkward. I was just there minding my own business, and then bam, this door fell on me, and it was really painful. And nobody knew, because I'm not gonna go oh yeah, so funny story, the door just fell on me. No, I'm not gonna do that. I was embarrassed, so it's no. So yeah, that's the first story over. The second story is, I was out in town with 3 of my friends, and then the Mets weren't running, the Metrolink. I don't know, you guys might not know what it is. It's like a little train thing that travels to different areas of where I live, and it wasn't on, so instead we had to take a bus substitute thing. So yeah, only problem was we didn't know where the bus station was in town, so we saw the bus that we needed to get on, so we were running after this bus, looking idiotic enough as it is, and then I was just running after this bus along this road, and then there was a T, a T crossing thingy, and then I just ran straight across the road without really looking. As the bus was turning into that road, I just went smack into the side of the bus, which, yeah, I didn't get hurt. Again, I just felt really foolish, and the people in the bus were laughing at me. My friends kind of yelled for me to stop, and then as I turned to see what they were talking about, I just ran into that bus. So that was fun. The third story is something that happened quite recently, and it's really disgusting, so if you're a bit squeamish, then you might be a bit grossed out. Well, you're probably going to be grossed out if you're squeamish or not, because basically the other day I had some yogurt. It was a big pot, a really big pot of yogurt, so I didn't eat it all, and then I left it on the side. I just left it on the side of my bed, and I forgot about it for a long time. A really long time. Not years or anything, just about 2 weeks or something. So this yogurt was just by the side of my bed for about 2 weeks. One night, in the middle of the night, I reached out in my sleep and I knocked this yogurt over. Well, I woke up not long after to this putrid smell of it was vile. It was disgusting. I felt physically sick, and it was dripping down my wall. I could hear it dripping onto the floor because it was disgusting. This smell was in my room for days afterwards, and at night I had to hide under my covers just to avoid this smell. It was revolting and disgusting, and I have learnt my lesson. It just no. Okay, so thing that happened. It wasn't that long ago. It's about a week ago, actually. I was in college. We decided to go to Burger King for lunch. Now, I went into Burger King, I paid, and then at the end I threw everything on my tray into the bin. And then I went home, and then, well, I went to Morrison's. And then as I was paying for my food or drink or whatever I was buying, I can't really remember, I realised my purse wasn't in my bag. So I panicked. I rang up Burger King, like, hey, I've lost my purse, because I thought it was there. And then I was like, oh god, it was on my tray at one point, I probably threw it in the bin. So I told the manager this. He, the poor fellow, he went and checked every single bin bag, like every single bin bag that had been there in the day. He checked CCTV, he did a bag search, and he phoned me, he was like, no, can't find a purse. So I was like, okay, thank you for trying, I'm sorry about the inconvenience. And then I looked in my bag again, and then, well, firstly, I decided I was being smart. I cancelled my credit card. I was like, oh, I'm being smart, no one can get into my bank, I ordered a new one. Then I went in my bag, and then I realised there was a zip there, and I was like, oh my god. I decided to put my purse into that little zip pocket because it would be safer than just leaving it randomly in your bag. I felt like a damn fool, so then I was stuck with no money because I cancelled my credit card, so I couldn't get money out. And feeling like a total twat. So yeah, luckily the new debit card came 2 days in the post, which is a good thing. But nonetheless, I felt like a twat. So, on to my fifth story. Again, it happened recently. I'm new in college, I don't know my way around. Well, I got in time. I got to college on time. But I got lost. I was wandering backwards and forwards on these corridors. I was on the right floor, but I was just wandering around aimlessly for about 15 minutes. And then I found like a tutor I know. He's like kind of in charge, but he's not the guy who teaches us really. And I went up to him like, help, I'm lost. Within about 2 minutes, he found the classroom and I went in, and it was really awkward. So, for the sixth story, it was years ago. It was my first day of high school, and again I got lost. Well, I didn't get lost as such. I just went into the classroom assuming it was the right one, and then they did the register. I wasn't on the register, but I was really shy, so I just kind of stayed put. I didn't say anything, I just stayed put. Then the teacher came round giving things out, and then she looks at me and she was like, what's your name? I was like, my name's Jade. And then she was like, you're not supposed to be in here. And I was just there like, I don't know. Because I was like a really shy person. I mean, I was 11 and I was ridiculously shy. So then she was like, you're not supposed to be in here, you're supposed to be next door. So I went along. I went really awkwardly into this other classroom, and I was petrified. I was so scared. Then this teacher, she looked up at me and she just went, are you Jade? And I was just like, yeah. And she's like, why are you late? And I was like, I went into the wrong classroom. And I got totally screamed at by this French teacher. I was so upset. I mean, I was 11. I was really young and innocent, and I don't know, it was not good. and I was so upset. I was petrified of this lady. It was just So the last story is I won't particularly say it's embarrassing. I say it's more awkward than anything. Basically, I own a few hamsters, and I went to the shop and I got them some hamster bedding. Now the hamster bedding, it's quite a small parcel, like maybe that big, like rectangular, well, cuboid shape, and it's got a white packaging, and the bag I was given, it was white and kind of see-through. Well, basically it looked like drugs. To just put it out there, it looked like drugs. Anyway, I had this hamster bedding, quite plain sight. I was on my way home, and I got stopped by a police officer. This police officer was like, what's in the bag? I was just like, oh, it's just hamster bedding. And then he was like, it looks like something else. So then I had to prove that this hamster bedding was in fact hamster bedding and not drugs. And yeah, I got away with it obviously because it was hamster bedding and not drugs. Because, yeah, I don't do that kind of thing. Yeah. So this police officer was like apologising, and I was just there like, yeah. So that's that, and that comes to the end of my stories for today. So, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and do subscribe because it means a lot to me. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.